Some people have this 2.5 by the grace of God and in faith, Abi. Over 1 year, I can have 2.5. Or I can have 5 million. But who will I tell the story? That I will have 5 million in the next 1 year. Property. If you go to Efficacy's office in VA, out of it. So, yes. I know why traffic. Okay. I hear you, ma. Thank you very much. Now, on this side of the road, why we see a lot of development? Because we have new land. People can sand fill. You know, it is not that overdeveloped unlike the mainland. And that is the challenge. I know the first time he came to me was to do something on the mainland. And then we were not interested. That was the period they call Igbaimo. Can you interpret it to the person that don't understand Yoruba beside you? Period of ignorance. We too, like everybody, we were fixated here. He came to us that wants to do a project like, this man wants to do a project in Egbeda. Now, do you know how much land? Yeah, a 1-bedroom apartment you cannot see for 35 million in Egbeda today. But that period when he came, you know, he knows about it. We're like, what's this man saying? Yeah, no paja. Where will I go and do that? But now, someone who has done train now that can bring you closer. Then we'll go to the next one. Current family size, we realize most people between 3 and 5. Salary band, we realize people can still do this between 200 and 400,000 on a monthly basis. Do you want to continue staying where you are? They said, no, I want to scale up. 75%. I am currently renting. I want to what? Buy and own. The next slide. So, that is the dynamics of what we did. From that research is what we now use to isolate what the 3 major problems are. We talked about them. Number 1 is what? Appropriately priced what? Housing. Number 2 is what? Deposit. Number 3 is what? Mortgage financing. Those are the 3 issues. The next one. The next slide. So, now, we now did this product and say, we can have 3 different streams of people. Do we have a second mic here? We want to give someone a second mic there so that, look as if she has a question for me. You have a question for me, ma? Okay. Because I'm easily distracted, please. I just want to get by this here. Anybody that is talking now will give the second mic to that person. Yeah. So we now have stream 1, stream 2, stream 3. So you want to buy a house of, go to the next slide, please, so that people will see it. The next, okay, now. So stream 1, 35 million to 45 million. I used to think it's impossible to do a house for 25 million. But it has proved to me now that it's possible. So we are going to change this from 25 million to what? 45 million. Stream 1, stream 2, stream 3. For the first 8 years of my marriage, I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. And then later I moved to a 4-bedroom apartment. Then I realized I only used 2 bedrooms, one for me and my wife and one for the children. Then the 2 other rooms were just for junks. Yes. Now, I have a girl that is now 10 years old. So I need to now clear 1 room. So you now know, I can now talk about that journey. When they told me I don't need a 4-bedroom house, I was arguing that until when our children actually come of age, why do I need a 4-bedroom house when I just get newly married? That's number 1. Or if I have all boys or all girls, I don't need more than a 2-bedroom house. Of course, my house has a BQ. So my house help, if I have one, can stay in that. So that is also pointing to the need of people. I think as brokers, we also counselors. When we have data on our hands, that what do you need? How big is your family? Your job is not just buy this. So when you interrogate people, they know you understand what they are going through. And you connect with them. So sale is easier. Sale is when you connect directly with your customer. So as a mortgage bank, let me tell you what we do. We go out and collect money from people. Then we give that money to people to buy houses or give it to people to build, developers. So how do you think people give us billions of naira? You need to connect. When you sit down, what business do you do? How big is your family? We are one now. By the grace of God, we'll be 3. You know? Or we are 2. Me and Madam, by the grace of God, next year we'll be 3 or 4. So you don't need more than a 2-bedroom house. Yes. And that's the reality for the first 10 years. My own reality. So 2-bedroom house, 3-bedroom house. We realize people that want 3-bedroom houses, they can also afford a terrace or apartment. Let's go to the next one. Go to the next one. So, I come back to this stream 1. So, we are looking at houses within a target of up to 45 million, from 25 to 45. Then, stream 2, that type of housing, stream 3. Now, look at the type of housing under stream 1. 1 bedroom. I know some people do 1-bedroom bungalows. That is modular. I have seen that in Lakowe as well, a developer. And also in Bogije. Modular to the extent that you can increase it to 2-bed. Maybe 3 years down the line. Have you seen that kind of design before? Yeah. And not by cutting a room into 2. There's a way they did it. And then they laid the foundation there. Yeah, that you can convert. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and then 3-bedroom houses. And you can see equity contribution band is there. So for a customer that can contribute 200,000, 250,000 naira a month for 18 months, for 24 months, that customer can afford that first house this man mentioned. That customer can. Because it's a savings plan. Once the customer gets on it, let's go to the next slide. What Imperial Homes does is that, and you save for 6 months on that plan, we lock down the property with him. If it is 20 of them, so we give him a certain percentage for the 20. So what happens is, at that time, he cannot come back to us and say he has increased the price. If eventually the customers do not buy, they are our property, and we have bought them off plan from him, we cannot lose money. It's not possible. In our office, we are more than 60. If we go out in a month, we will sell the whole 60. In fact, people will fight that one person sold 3 units. So how do you divide the commission? So what Imperial wants to do is, after contributing for 6 months, your customer, and what they are contributing is equity contribution. But at the back end, we have locked down with this man and say this person already has this unit. After contributing for 12 months, we start processing the mortgage. What has happened up to 12 months is we have profiled your customer or yourself and say this person can consistently. We have done KYC. Then we will hand over to you. By that time, he has finished the construction and the infrastructure. By that time, you have contributed your equity contribution. We have processed the mortgage. We have paid him. And then you have your key. That is the journey for HomeVest. And that helps people to understand better the concept of how mortgage should work. And I will tell people, let's go further. Why they are contributing, they are earning 15% per month. And they are sure. The house I live in now, it took the developer 13 months, from 9 months to build. Every Sunday, me and my wife, on the way from church, we say we should branch there. My church was in Yaba, we should branch there, we'll go there. When they started from every Sunday, my wife will go there, she will pray, she chose the unit. I just said I leave developer to do the work. So, you know, when you see it as a family investment plan is something you work towards. Except you have a lot of money that you can pick. You know, some people like Ola of Lagos you mentioned. Show, hey, this house is 800 million. 800 million, show you the kitchen, show you everything. And next week it is what? Gone. Yes, it's sold out. But that is not what majority of the market can absorb. That what you are seeing in flashy lights is what 5% of the market are doing. This is what 95% of the market can absorb on the long run, long term. Now, so I have developers, customers that do 1 unit a year. In Ikoyi, will be the 1 unit, sell it for 2.4 billion. The sales can take him 8-9 months. After he has completed, someone will come, offer, where is the money? The money is coming. It's not coming. They did not agree. Pull away. So in 20 months, it is his business model. But that business model is good, but it's not a business model of impact. We are 200 million and more people in Nigeria. People need to have shelter. It's a collective thing that we should all think about. Because what is the purpose of me being rich, having shelter, and 100 people around me don't have? They have marked me. You don't know. The way you go out, you think when the revolution starts, it is the governors they will handle. They have profiled everybody that can afford to call Uber. Everybody that can afford to do Ashwebi every Saturday. Everybody that can afford a car in this Tinubu economy. Everybody that can pay house rent. They have profiled everyone that can wear a wristwatch, a new shoe. Everybody is profiling you as you are moving around. Your domestic workers, your gatemen, people living on the other streets. You know, some of you live in a street that is a close. But that other street, you say, no, just come in and don't wind down. They are profiling everybody. It's for everybody's collective good that we all work towards this. Then, of course, you make money. Who is not happy making money? When you can sell more to your customers and then also have a house yourself. Let's go to the next slide. I want to talk about the possible mortgage options we have. You know about the NHF. The government-owned Federal Mortgage Bank. Anything federal, I don't like it. I've not eaten my it's not hatred, is it this day? And I don't know. Because I'm not patient. I believe time waits for. I'm sure we said Happy New Year just a few days ago. February is what? It's gone, no. This February you are seeing. After Valentine, February is what? Because the next 1 week, people will have to recuperate from the spending or receiving from Valentine, and it is gone. Then you are now in March. And in March, that is the end of quarter. When quarter one is gone. So I don't have the patience to wait for years or months to process it. But it is there. It is 6%. Fantastic. There are a lot of limitations, but it's there. There are two things government did now. They brought something called family home funds, can give you money for 20 years at 16%. It's different from banking. Our own money is 28, 29. Now, let me place it in perspective. If you buy that house of 25 million, and you struggle to do equity contribution of 2.5 million. That is, or let's say you did 3 million, or you did 4 million, and you need to borrow 20 million mortgage over, let's say, 10 years. If you borrow money from Imperial Homes at 28%, your repayment will be around 700,000 naira. That is 20 million naira per month. Yes, I know, ma. It is so. I'm not arguing, no. And that's why I said I refuse to stay in front of camera and talk about it. Because how will I tell people you need to pay that? But with these family home funds at 16%, family home funds at 16%, from that 700, you are paying around 450,000 a month. Now, government is the one that started this family home funds. It's a government agency, newly. Then they now started another one that they launched yesterday. If you read the paper, they call it MRIF, Ministry of Finance Real Estate Investment Fund. They wanted to raise 1 trillion naira, but they have 150 billion. It's a fund guaranteed by the federal government. So the federal government have put down 150. They have onboarded us there. They have given us what they call, like, this is the range Imperial Homes can draw down. And we need to use that money to create mortgages. That one is coming at 12%. Instead of paying 450,000, your monthly interest payment will be around 275,000 naira. You can see the differential from 700,000 to this. So interest rate is the killer of real estate investment and finance in Nigeria. So when we sit down and talk about all the English, every other thing is secondary. Interest rate regime. But now we have schemes that allow your customers to choose. Oh, I don't want to go to this other one. I can take Imperial Home, choose it. Is NHF I want to choose? It's going to take me 1 year. If Efficacy, I said, choose it. It is FHF I want to do. Choose it. It is MRIF. Different interest rate, the equity contribution, 10%, 20%, and you are home and dry. So for the first time, we are having options. It's like a basket that you can discuss through. And this is the time for you to take the opportunity and lock in into it. Because once you lock in and collect the money, you will pay down over 10 years or over 20 years as you wish to. In fact, you can choose 20 years. It should be government money or a government initiative. It's just like the NEL fund. I was telling people in my church, we also sponsor people, and I was telling people, why not take the scholarship? In fact, if you are not taking it, you are losing money. They gave you a government fund at 0% for the tenure of your education and 2 years after you graduate, Abi, so that you can do NYSC and 1 year to start at 0%. Now, if your parents think they have the money, they should put the money in fixed deposit for you. Let it be getting 15 or 20%. For the next 5 years, that money will double at 20%. So if you are not collecting that money, you are losing money. And it's instructive. Of course, we have to be responsible and disciplined about it. People should know they will repay. But these options are available. The next slide. So what are the next steps for us? We have bundled everything here and we put it in a app. Yes, I'm sure they will have given you everything. Put it in a app. You will see his property there. Choose his property there. Put up your savings plan. I want to do 200,000, 250,000, 500,000 over 18 months. Choose the tenure. Maximum is 24 months from 6 months. Then choose the house. Then after 6 months, you are sure there's a lockdown. Those are things we committed to as a bank. We are not developers, so I will not declare force majeure by the grace of God. So we bundled everything and put it in a app. The next slide. And if you don't want a app, we also have a web. So please talk to Imperial Homes people. You see them in their flashy and beautiful shirts. Get their contact. Now, another thing is that as a broker, they can also set you up as an aggregator. Let me tell you how it works. For every customer that you help to onboard on this savings plan, you get a commission. For every time the customer contributes or save money till the end of the tenure, you get a commission. So imagine you have a portfolio of 20. That is different from the commission Efficacy is paying. Mr. Efficacy, please listen. Oh. It's different from your commission. Oh, because you are laughing. I'm not paying your commission. Okay, you're happy for them. You are not happy for me. Now, for every customer you onboard and start a savings plan, you get a one-off payment. One-off payment. For that, no, they will share with you. But for every savings that customer now does, you earn a commission on it. So as the savings grow, of course, if it is up to 24 months, it also what? Grows. Why? Because the connection has to be there between you and that. It's a journey. So don't be transactional. You get the point? I have a realtor friend. He doesn't have more than 10 customers. These are people he's been selling property for the last 20 years. Because we started together in KPMG, and he branched out. And she branched out. I know what she does now. A lot of our customers are now in the ages 50-something that their children are getting married. Anytime they send her IV, she go and meet them. Mommy, Instead of doing this expensive wedding, there's this property you can buy in Lakowe. It's equity contribution of 10 million. And then you can give the child house as what? Gift. People do it. Instead of organizing expensive destination weddings, I know people that have changed their mind. And let me give him 10 million as equity contribution. I know. And that is what he's doing now. And it's because there's a connection there. My family wants to do wedding. When they started new, he helped them buy. When the family grew up, when they wanted investment property now that they are rich, is the one they spoke to. So he already has a network. So you must be able to connect very well to what? To scale up. And that connection is very important. Understanding every person, not as a transaction, but as a journey. Your customer should be able to talk to you. It's not until they default that they should be able to talk to you. So with these few words of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you. And not to confuse you, that the next sale you are making, one is using mortgage, two, your customers, you onboard them here, do them the favor, and make money for yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So we'll be taking questions and answers now. Please, if you have a question, kindly raise your hand. Okay, sir.
Once again, my name is Ogdejimi Akim Lanre. So with this mortgage package now, I want to see how it will be beneficial to low-income earner in the civil service. I'm one of the union executive in my local government. So, and even with the minimum wage now, you know, it's garbage in, garbage out with taxes in Lagos State. So some of this, the net pay, I don't think some net pay of level 12 should be around 150,000, 120,000. Will they be able to be a beneficiary? That's number one. Then number two, is there any way you can come to the local government on invitation to talk to some of our people that earn high money, because it's not meant for the low income earner?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I will take all the questions together.
Okay. We have just slots for 3 questions. Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Please, I have a question. You said something, you said 200,000. The land you said, the property you said was 25 million. And you said with 200,000 monthly, you can subscribe into this property if you save towards it. And with my calculation, 200,000 monthly is like 3.6 million in 18 months. So I want to know it's not about bringing the client to put in money. When is the delivery date? What's the duration? Will the client be leaving the house? For what time to what time? Like, let's get the breakdown so that we'll be able to push it out, not just to get them stranded in the middle of this. Thank you.
All right. The local government one, I think, Remy, please, loop up with him. So this product is not everybody will be able to. But let me tell you from my experience, the first property investment my family had, my mom bought, you know those land they buy at new site? You know what they call new sites now? You know what they call Akute? I'm sure, yeah, there are some people that their new site is Ikorodu. So some people, that is what, and it's not a sin, no. And it's not being, some people say, I will not be poor. Why will you be living? No. No. There's an estate in Ikorodu now that I know of, and the lowest 3-bedroom terrace there is 100 million. Ikorodu has opened up. My first property is Ikorodu. So my own first. Please, let us take the questions. So, Remy will engage with you, and then you will be able to arrange a presentation. Then you can also act, like I mentioned, as an aggregator. It's very important. They give you a referral code so that all the people you are marketing, they will know, they can link it to you. Everything is there, it will help out. Then on the person that is paying, the minimum there is 250,000. Over 18 months, I don't know what that comes up with. But what the person is contributing is the equity contribution, not to buy the property. Equity contribution is between 10 to 20%. So, except the person does not qualify for mortgage. And you know, one of the number one reason why people don't qualify for lending as mortgage, not the lending you do on those apps. If you can guess, number one reason is credit history. And we need to pay a lot of good attention to it. Before I give you a big business to do for me, I will do a credit search on you. It's a reflection of who you are. Before we employ you in Imperial Homes, we will do a credit search on you. It's a reflection of who you are. So someone came on the CV, you are Reverend Joseph Adebayo. Let's remove the reference. The Reverend, you are Mr. Oh yeah, they did credit search. And you have 3 bad loans with fair money, 4 bad loans with rare money. And within, you have like 16 bad loans. Not, you know, it does not speak well of you. You know what bad loans mean? Bad loan does not mean not collecting the loan. It means collecting it and not returning it. So you have been tested in little things and you have failed. And you know, we will start evaluating these customers from month 12 when they have consistently. So even if they have consistently and they have very bad history, we will return their money with their interest. At least they've not lost any money. They've saved money, Abi. Yeah. So maybe they will go to a new site in Odonguyon to start their mortgage journey. And it's not a bad journey. Just start from somewhere. Yes, let's take the third question.
Good afternoon, everybody. My question is, do you do mortgage for high-brow areas or you just do the low-income market? That's the focus.
Eyebrow area like where, sir?
Like if it's one Ikate or Banana Island, can you do that for clients or your focus is just on the mid market?
Okay, for the mid-market. Or you called it something first so that I get the context.
Eyebrow areas.
Eyebrow area or only for?
The mid-market.
Okay, like the mid-market. Yeah. So on a selective basis, we do that. We do that on a selective basis, the so-called hybrid, and we have a lot on our book. But we don't, under this program, we are not doing that. If you want to be doing 750,000 a month, and you want to buy from Banana, then there's a problem of alignment. You need to go and sleep, fast and pray, wake up, and determine what you want to do again. So, but we do mortgage. We do mortgage for people that buy houses of 300, 400, 500, you know, on a selective basis because we are very careful in dealing with them because they are bigger human beings. Yeah, thank you. So we do for all. Yes, madam. You can just ask the question. Yes. Yes. Yes, we're able to.
Someone has a question here, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Okay, my question is this also open to Nigerians in diaspora?
Yes.
Because I had a challenge last year. He was not able to go through with the transaction because they wanted him to have a business here, and that didn't go through.
No. We do for Nigerian diaspora. We profile them, get their credit search there, get their pay slip, do confirmations over there. What we're introducing now is direct debit to their account there. We're working on. So they don't need to be crediting a Naira account here. Thank you very much, sir.
Can we give Mr. Ayolo a round of applause? Thank you so much, sir. It's a privilege to have you here. I believe we've learned so many things. Please write your question down maybe after this so that we can we can move on. From
Joseph, please, let's coordinate that. And then for people that have comments or questions, we can organize something with them again to talk about the commission. Because I saw police downstairs. That's why I don't want to talk about actual amount, so that nobody will be arrested here. Thank you.
All right, we want to welcome Ms. Olowo Carry up stage also. Sorry. Ms. Toke Oluwo, please come up stage. We want to also present an award to the two of you for coming today. Can I have the second one? Can we give them a round of applause? Quickly, 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 quickly. I know their time is very busy before they go. Can I have the one for Mr. Ayo also? This is from all of us that have attended this scaling up event. Abi, all of us, oh. All of us. Can we give her a round of applause? Can I also have the one for Mr. Ayo also? There's something he mentioned here that I think a lot of realtors are guilty about. And I'm happy you mentioned it. Because you do your business on the side, majority don't have a credit history. In fact, they still use their business in a name, they don't standardize it. This is one of the disadvantages. If you want to grow your business, I think you should ensure all your money is going to the bank. Create a very good credit history. If they say 50,000 loan, take it, pay back. And that's what helps you to grow. Can we give Mr. Ayo a round of applause one more time? Thank you, sir. From all of us today at this event, we want to say thank you. All right. I will just quickly recap. Mortgage works if you go through the right channel. And Imperial is a very good channel. They've created a new product. I was there last week, HomeVest. I'm very excited about it. One of the advantages to you as a realtor, can we have one house? One of the advantages to you is their product is actually tailored at solving a problem for both the buyer and the developer. Let me start from the buyer perspective. There is a buyer that wants to buy a property of, for analysis sake, 25 million naira. So it will also answer the question somebody asked them. And you tell this person to bring 20%, which is 5 million naira. 5 million naira can be a big hurdle. The person will be trying to save that 5 million naira, and the property will become 30 million naira. He's still trying to save the 5 million naira, the property becomes 35 million naira. Now, Imperial comes in here by saying you want to buy this property for 25 million naira. You can save for this property over a period of time. You can save for the equity contribution. So the equity contribution of 5 million naira, you can actually save it for that 12 months or 18 months. While they will pay it to us on your behalf. Did you hear what he said? They will lock it down. They will use that period to check your history. They will use that period to do their background check on you if you are a credit-worthy customer. Now, they now have three models. They have their own loan. It's NHF that can be longer in processing. They have the MOFI. They have the what's the other one? Emery. That one is a 12%. So if your client chooses any of these one at the right time, they can start the processing. He's saving for initial deposit, but he knows that he has logged in at a price. So let me tell you about the advantage of real estate. Like he said, they cannot lose because they know that they are bought at 25 million naira. If your client does not pay up again after 18 months, the property has already become 40 million naira. On their books, they have made 75% profit. Are you following me? That is why when it comes to housing, the earlier you pay up or you close the transaction, the better. Another advantage to the buyer is because now in this case, we are dealing with Imperial. The client is the one that is going to be paying Imperial. So we have already tied our side with Imperial to ensure that we are not waiting with the payment plan of the client. So how is this payment plan affecting developers? This is the problem they also solve for developers. Cement was 3,000 naira January last year. How much is cement now? 9,300, 9,500. And it became 9,000 since February, just within a month. There's no way you are designing a house and you have put it as a plan, and that total cost of building the house is 100 million naira, and you put your profit of 20%, 30% is okay. Abi? 130. Along the line, the cost of now building the house becomes 200 million. There's no way you will not tell the customer to pay. So what Imperial is now doing is they are looking at all the challenges of developers to say, let us bridge that gap. We will provide the funds. Let the clients come to us. We will guarantee. As we are giving you money to continue to do your project, clients can be paying. And if the client doesn't pay, it goes back to the open market. You see that nobody loses. The client that is unable to continue paying has a minimum interest is earning on his savings account. The bank, if you don't pay, they can sell to anybody, highest bidder. Developer is assured that, oh, it's only 10% you are paying. Don't worry. The bank is funding the developer. Are you following me now? Yeah. That way we can keep a cycle of happy developer, client, realtor, and bank. Can we give Imperial a round of applause? So, what is the impact we now need to make? We have designed this product that we have talked about for one of our projects, which is Peak Resorts. We have a very big land there. We intend to populate it with buildings this year. So at Peak Resort, we are introducing it for 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom bungalows, and apartments. So that way, people that are interested can easily, it's also on their website, can easily log in. We've already had a lot of people indicating interest. They can just go on, we'll give them the forms, they meet with Imperial. Their contact person with us, Mr. Joseph, is still here. Mr. Joseph, I have Mr. Akim too by the door there. So any question you want to ask, they'll be happy to answer them. Can we give ourselves a round of applause? All right, so we'll just take a 5-minute stretch, and they want to serve us some drinks, or are we? I can see many mouths shaking already. So we should just go on. Okay, so the next thing we have is to MC. Yes. It's our next agenda before we go on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's give my MD a round of applause, please. I believe that was a good analysis, a good explanation of everything that Mr. Ayo has said. And I'm very glad this product is coming up at this time. Personally, I'm very happy because in a meeting with my MD recently, we were discussing about young people that want to invest, that want to start their life, that want to be landowners. And I think this is just the perfect product because we have a lot of people that, yes, they are starting up, but they don't have that millions yet. They don't have that 1 million naira monthly salary, or they don't have this big money in their account. And they are earning, they know, yes, in the next 5-10 years I will get there. This is the kind of product that meets their goal, that meets what they want. And I believe that we have questions, we are interested, we want to take this to our clients. Please, let's reach out to Imperial Homes. Their stand is just outside. They'll be willing to attend to everything we need, every question we have. Thank you. So I'll be inviting my colleague, my co-host, to invite our next speaker. I hope you are not tired. I know our mouths are busy, but we are scaling up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And, okay. So going on, we're going to be listening to the MD. He's going to be talking about all the products that Efficacy has to offer. And We'll be listening to all of that. But before we go on, I'd like to recognize the presence of Madam Goodness Usman, one of the speakers. She's here. And also I'd like to recognize the presence of Mr. Peter Twinet. There are seasoned speakers that are going to be talking to us furthermore this afternoon. We're talking about scaling up. We're all talking about doing extra, being the best version of ourselves. So before I call on the MD, I'd like to invite one or two people to say something about how well they have scaled up in this business. Is there anybody? I know that we've asked questions, and I know that a lot of people were not where we used to be, and that is the truth. A lot of people have come a long way. So if you have, this is for me like testimonial. Most importantly, for those who are just coming on board, for them to know that it is realistic. It can happen for you. It has happened for a lot of people, so it can happen for you. So someone on the floor, like a floor member, give just 2 minutes, tell us how, like the journey so far. All right? Yes, Alaji is raising his hand. Yes. Please step forward. Please, can you give him a round of applause? You want to learn one or two things from him? We have just 2 minutes for you, sir. Say something. Realistically.
Good afternoon, everyone. My major slogan in this real estate business is giving up is not an option. So whenever I want to talk to my team, I usually tell them about consistency, diligence, perseverance, and action. If you combine this, and Madam Tope, am I right? Toke, she said something about grace and believing in God. This is my wife here. I call her my investment. Because so somebody was telling me that, Alaji, why do you bring Madam to where AC is? You should have take her to the popular place that Oga usually take us to. Maybe like Arepo side, Ibeju, so that she will know how we trek. But it's just one of those things. So what I want to say here is never give up, especially when there is sales drought. Don't believe it's spiritual. Don't believe it's village people. There are village people. I'm not disputing that. I'm a Muslim, and I believe in spirituality. And even in the Bible, it says we are not fighting flesh and. So you have to wake up middle of the night, especially we are in the Lent period now. Ramadan is coming. You have to pray. We are over 100,000, or if I'm not overemphasizing, in this business, and we are pursuing just one client. So if you are lucky to have one, you have to be thankful. You have to be grateful to God. That is grace. My testimony is that because I have not given up, when I first earned my first million is from real estate. Even the referrer, I have not met her, and I'm not sure I'm going to meet her for life. That's why I don't take social media, I don't take it as a joke. I always buy data of 100,000 every year. Now they have increased it. How I do my own is, I will be buying the data. Now I have like 40,000 on my Airtel. Whenever I cash out, I will buy another one. So it will be scaling up. So I usually buy 1 terabyte. So data is not my problem. And when you have data, you have life. Data is life. So they are now telling me now that they are increasing the price of data. I say, wait till consign me. That's my own office now. I cannot leave local government and go and open office. It will be something I cannot manage it. Like somebody, I don't know if it's my God that I said, office usually distracted him or distract him. You said it. So if you have an office now, you'll be running around. You want to just sit down there. It will tie you down. So all these things we have to watch. You have to be consistent. Last year, EFCC, they are not here. I said last year, I owe some money, but I always believe that giving up is not an option. So around that November, this thing just comes, bang, 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 alert. What did they happen? Even when I bought something and women now, when she saw some alaji, she said, eti binu ton alaji, mo binu ton mo ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa. So don't give up, never give up. Consistent. I woke up 2 a.m. There is one sister, Yemisi, most global. We always met online. We closed some deal last year and we are closing some too this year. So when we wake up around 2:30 a.m., we'll be chatting, uploading, posting, asking, making inquiry. You still owe me, Waga, that YouTube something you owe me. So don't let me waste your time. I think you get my point. Never give up.
Thank you very much. That was very inspiring, if you ask me. Yeah. All right. Please come, sir. Thank you. Okay, then we'll have one lady speak, and then we'll move on. Thank you. Please come. Can you introduce yourself?
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, my name is Adisa Adewale. I'm the MD CEO of GW Properties Limited. When I started real estate, number one thing, I was angry and I was hungry. I was angry because I don't like where I was coming from. So that is the force that makes me join real estate. And to the glory of God, I started 2021, and within 3 years, I launched into YouTube. And another thing, this Madam Toke said, you must have a mentor. Because if you don't have a mentor, you can be tormented when the sales is not coming in. So on YouTube, I was following Mr. Peter Twinets. If I see him go to one estate, I will go there. I was doing what he was doing because I see him, he has results. I was pushing the product he was pushing. And within 2 years, and consistently, I was pushing on YouTube, learning the rhythms of YouTube. And before you know it, the sales start coming. Where I was working, what I could not achieve in 7 years, in where I was working, in real estate, under 2 years, I could achieve it. And I want to also thank God. Like he said, sales is spiritual. If you cannot use something, you must use something. Use what? If you cannot use God. But if you use God, I can tell you, we have other people that use something here, but it will not last. But God is our source, and we are getting the results because we tie our trust in God. So I want to thank God because we have results. And when you have results, it lets your insults. And to the glory of God, this year, I was part of the 4th selling realtor under 2 years in one of our brand. Less than 2 years in this industry. So real estate is the real thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I trust that he has inspired several people here. The ginger is coming. I like that. I like that because people want to make money. We have just one person to speak, and then we move on to the next item. Please come. Can you put your hands together for her?
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, my name is Zeno Eni with Team Focus. I want to talk about the issue of drought, sales drought. I've been doing real estate for like 8 years, but like 2 years ago, I had major sales drought. I didn't sell for 2 good years. But the sweet thing is, even when I didn't make sales, I think I made over $1 million. Yes, in commission. I didn't make any sale, but I made more than almost 2 million in commission, but I never made any sales because of this, our teamwork. And so when that drought was coming, I usually tell people, I don't need somebody to motivate me. So what I do is, when I'm having issues, I will now go and look for somebody that's having issues that I will not be motivating. Now use that one to motivate myself to come up. So if ever you find yourself having sales drought, I think you should work more on raising people. If you raise people, you definitely will raise yourself. So even when the witchcraft in your village, they are doing you. You cannot do the people that you are raising up. That is it. That is just like my own way. I have seen it and I've done it and it has worked for me. So when I bounced out of that thing late last year, me, I'm very happy because I bounced out of it. To the glory of God. But it works when you raise other people, when you try to raise other people, when you feel you're having sales drought. I feel you should go out, motivate yourself. Don't wait for people to motivate you. Motivate yourself and look for other people to motivate. That way you'll be lifted. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've learned a lot from everybody who has spoken today. And I'd like to say congratulations to everybody here today because you've learned one thing or the other and it's taking you to that level where you'll be doing what? Scaling up. You are going to be doing what? Yes, you're going to do better in 2025. Please welcome with me the MD CEO. Let's do this now. Welcome with me, the MD CEO, Efficacy Development PLC. As he comes to tell us about the products that Efficacy has to offer us. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So I'll just be doing a progress update of some of our projects. And last year was a year that had a lot of different news in the real estate sector. You all agree with me? From coastal road to demolition to drainage to environment to what else? To building materials, to inflation, to petrol price, to some people saying that the whole of Virgilekis are Greek. So many. And you know the way social media is. People, because social media also has a way that audiences are paid, somebody can amplify a negative news. And not because they are concerned about the people listening to it, but because they want to have more audience, more followership for it. So all of that happened last year. So please, media, can I have the slides now? So we want to give a progress report and be able to educate us some of the happenings and what are the things we have done to mitigate the risk and to prepare our mind, and so you can be well informed when you are having conversations with your clients or when you are marketing. So next slide, we have the coastal road. I'll talk about the coastal road, the estate updates, measuring progress, product listing. So I'll start with the first slide here. Our progress report on sites that are close to coastal road. We have a couple of clients that are active, that are close to the coastal road. I have Peak Luxury, I have Peak Palm, I have Peak Bay, Okwaja, and we have Peak Prime 2. So I'll show us a slide of the coastal road right from Legalia. Already follow me. So this is Legalia already here. And this is the old landmark. So you see the coastal road starts from Amadou, what's this place called again? Amadou Bello, end of Amadou Bello. This is a hotel all the way. Yes, next slide. He keeps going this way. This is the most latest version as at November, October last year. So he keeps going, keep going. And here we have, keep going. Here we have Elegoshi. This is at the back of Chevron. Chevron is somewhere here. This is Twin Lakes. It's coming all the way here. Go on. When Mr. Ayo said he was driving, that means he drove all this way up to Ogombo. Keep going. This is Lekki Phase 2. So Ogombo is, this is Ogombo here. So he spent 7 minutes. I'm so excited. How many of you are excited? 7 minutes from Amadou Bello to Ogombo. Honestly, I was telling somebody last week that there will really be no difference between Aja, Shongotedo, and Ibejuleki pricing very soon. I am telling you. And so I'm excited that I just have, the company has a lot of properties in Ibejuleki. There will really be no difference. if I'm going to Ibejuleki now, once I get to Abraham Adesonya, the portion that they've done the road, I can actually time the time I'll get to the next space. Between Abraham Adesonya now to get to Abijo is about 10 minutes. So why will I be paying millions between that difference? And that's still because there's still construction. So somebody is leaving Amadou Bello to Ogompo in 7 minutes. You know what they say? The people that are waiting for the bush to become the city, when it becomes the city, they won't be able to afford it. That's just the fact. They won't be able to afford it. So, this is Okuaja. So when you come through Okuaja, we have that American school. Something here comes here to the Okuaja Road. This is the old Atikan Beach. How many of you know Atikan Beach? Atikan Beach is on this road. This is the local road, the community road here. Atikan Beach. So this is the old coastal road. They've now moved it inwards now because of demolition. So we have an estate here, right here. This is Peak Prime 2. You see how God helped us. So when they say there's God factor, you can't do this business without God. Are you following me? The estate was here. When we bought it, we were completely out of the coastal road. This is the coastal road. We were just here. This is the local road. So we are facing the local road. When they shifted the coastal road here, it didn't affect us. When they brought it here, God spared us. When they took it further, God still saved us. Permit me to say praise the Lord. Yes. Jump and pass. That's the God factor. So the next slide. So it went on. This is Peak Bay. You remember that when we launched Peak Bay, we came into the community road. We did a gate here that drives in here. So we're waiting that they would do this road, and then at that time we'll be able to access. So they actually brought it through Peak Bay. So we lost a couple of land here, but it's a blessing in disguise. But what that means now is we have 2 prime properties facing the road on both sides. So we have stopped sale on Peak Bay for now. It's off the market. So that's just wise thing for us to do. So we want the coastal road clearance have gotten here now. They are clearing it. So for all our clients, we've told them to hold on until we begin works there. So it continues to go on. This is Peak Luxury. This is Peak Luxury here. Comes to the bottom of Peak Luxury. So we are rearranging some plots here to come to the side here, and we'll continue our location. So it's possible at the end of the day that Peak Luxury will also have a direct access facing the coastal road. Are you following me? Yes, move on. So it goes on to, some people have said, what's the location compared to phase 3? So we have an estate here. How many of you know Ikuakete? Ikuakete, between Ikuakete and Green Spring School, we'll be launching an estate on that road this year by the grace of God. We are still just doing some background work, but we are doing some documentation. Is right here. So it's also a little bit far from this road. Go on. And this is phase 3. Am I right? Iwerekun. Yeah, this is Iwerekun area. So it's far away from phase 3. For those that know our property in phase 3, it's about 1 point something kilometer from phase 3. So it's not affected at all. So if you go on with the coastal road, goes all the way. Okay, yeah, sorry, this is Iwerekun. This is actually Iwerekun. This is phase 3 road. So phase 3 is at the top here. So go on. All the way to Peak Palm. So Peak Palm is one of the estates we started last year. The coastal road took about 14 meters from the front. But the joy again is that the estate is directly facing the coastal road. That's for Peak Palm. So I'll leave that for now. So what are the things we've done to make sure that we are protected when it comes to government documentation? Go on. Yes, go back. So this is Peak Bay. So at the end of the day, this is Peak Luxury coming in like this. We may end up coming like this to accommodate some other things. Go to the next slide. So we had to apply for coastal road clearance. I've had to have this discussion with some of the realtors and some clients. Towards mid last year, the government stopped processing building approvals, and across all the areas where there was coastal road, because they saw that some people started doing backdoor approval so that they can get compensation. Are you following me? And so, in fact, some people made themselves consultants. They were going to meet the people that their houses were on coastal road.